XRP holders, Trump is trying to save crypto, but Elizabeth Warren is trying to destroy XRP and crypto. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. Right now, the crypto market is in a very interesting situation. We have President Trump that is saying things like this. But before that, please read the disclaimer. So new, President Trump just praised the CFTC and Chairman Selig, the SEC chairman, fight for federal preemption over prediction markets while touting America as the crypto Bitcoin capital of the world is a major industry and we must protect it. So this is the tweet. He says, it is critically important that CFTC's exclusive authority over prediction market is maintained and that they will thrive. Under my leadership, we are setting rules of the road that are the gold standard for the states. We cannot have scum like these people setting the rules. Other countries are after the new form of financial markets, and we want to remain at the top. Likewise, even more importantly, we are currently the crypto and Bitcoin, etc., capital of the world. Other countries are trying to diligently to replace us in this capacity, but we won't let that happen. It is a major industry and we must protect it. Mike Selig, CFTC chairman and respected by all, is doing a great job. Thank you, Mike. President Donald J. Trump. So Donald giving praises to the crypto market and to the CFTC chairman. And again, emphasizing that the Clarity Act must pass. Now, again, he himself can pass it. He can't pass it, right? It needs to go through the law, right? The respectable channels through the Senate. It actually has already passed the House in a different kind of setup, and then they have to combine it, and it's a whole thing. We also need to, we'll finally soon get a draft from the Banking Committee and the Agriculture Committee. They have to combine their two drafts as well together. And then the Senate has to vote on it. It has to be a 60-member majority. And so we'll see. We need all the Republicans and we need some of the Democrats there to cross lines and to vote for the Clarity Act. So President Trump can come to the Republicans and all of them and say, hey, you got to vote with us, right? You gotta vote on this. Yes. And then some of the Democrats, you got to maybe give them a back massage, something like that. Maybe the president could come. I don't know. If you've ever seen those political shows like House of Cards, you know that that's basically what happens, but not figuratively. You got to give something to get something. Potentially, you know, a bit is something that maybe that senator wants in a different bill, or all those kinds of things. You know, for their constituents. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, the Clarity Act passed the Senate Banking Committee, and since then there hasn't been many updates on it. There hasn't been many talks about it. And you know, as that happened, the price of crypto, the price of XRP hasn't been really great over the past week or so. As you know, AI markets continue to pop. It will be very interesting to see if there is a shift, when the shift does happen. Okay. By the way, I tinkered a little bit with my sound. Let me know if it's better. I got some criticism on the new stock channel. It was funny because, you know, you guys don't criticize me anymore. I don't know, maybe there's too many comments, so I don't see it. But on the stock channel, there's not a lot of comments and there's not a lot of spam comments there yet. So I'm able to see them, and I got criticism. One guy said the plant is distracting. And another person emphasized that my sound wasn't great, and then I listened back and I noticed that it wasn't. It was like there's a little bit of echo. So I try to deal with that. Let me know if it's better, and if not, I'll try to tinker with it more. Also, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Regarding the situation between Iran and the US, interestingly, President Trump said, oh, only a few more hours, right? Yada, yada, yada. We're already 4 or 5 days from that, and no agreement yet, no ceasefire. Well, the ceasefire, I'm guessing, is extended for now, but no peace deal. I told you the things that the president was asking, or the US was asking, and what I am hearing on the ground and what I've read were far apart, right? And so we're already seeing it's what 4 or 5 days since Saturday where we thought it might happen. And so we'll see. This negotiation will continue to happen. And right now, oil prices are continuing to, stay here in the 90 range. So after yesterday, it popped up a little bit, pulled back to the 90 range. So we're off the 100, 105 that we had. So, and it's interesting because the potential we could see a crossover here on the 1348 EMA. Interesting. What would that signal? Again, this is, of course, news, mostly news related, not technical related, but it is interesting that that could potentially happen. And we did get news that Iran's telecom companies have fully restored the internet access after 88 days of near total blackout, ending the longest nationwide internet shutdown in modern history is being seen as a major signal in de-escalation of the conflict. On the flip side, we could get suddenly lots of videos of what happened, back in the day, a few months ago when there were the protests, maybe new videos from there, and potentially new videos of what happened during the war. Could that de escalate or escalate situations inside Iran? We'll see. So that could be a very interesting situation that happens there. Interesting, BlackRock's IBIT just pulled off one of the largest block trade in ETF history. A historic 29 million share dark pool transaction worth roughly 1.3 billion hit BlackRock iShare Trust on May 26. The market absorbed the entire trade with barely any disruption, highlighting how Bitcoin has evolved into a truly deep institutional grade asset class with increasing mature market infrastructure. So again, this is reminding us that what was in 2017, what was even in 2021 is not what we are seeing now from the crypto market. Before we get to Elizabeth Warren, we'll leave her for last. Good news, the crypto industry has had a almost perfect night so far when it comes to backing winning candidates. So the candidates that were backed, someone started drilling in my building. I'm sorry. But the candidates that were backed by the crypto PACs won the Republican Senate primary runoff here. So is this a sign of what is to come? And can we get these anti-crypto candidates out of there? We'll see. One that actually survived, she had a run with pro-crypto candidates, is Elizabeth Warren. Right. Remember, she faced Johnny Deaton and he lost. He was a pro crypto candidate, but I guess people of Massachusetts, they care about other things more. But Elizabeth Warren literally sending a 3-page letter demanding Ripple hand over confidential charter documents. Ma'am, you lost. The OCC already approved it. XRP has federal banking charter. The cope is real. She is trying to block the decision from the comptroller's office to grant Ripple that federal banking charter. She is trying to block as much of the crypto market as she can. I don't know if you guys can hear the drilling. I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna. Hopefully, you can't hear it. It's kind of distracting to me though, with my ADHD. And so, listen, there's always going to be actors that are trying to go after the crypto market. We saw in the Clarity Act markup there in the banking committee that she had all those, I think it was like 40 or 50 changes that she put in. And of course, they were all blocked. But still, she's trying to make trouble. She's trying to stop the crypto market. She's trying to go after. And she's so funny because she was, one of the loudest talkers about how the crypto market was, oh, there's shady people and they're doing shady things. And yet she doesn't want to get regulation through. She should be pro-regulation for the crypto market, and she's anti. She's trying to block. She's trying to disrupt. Listen, there's always going to be people like this in your life. There's always going to be people like this in government. There's going to be people that's what they got voted on, and that's what they're going to continue to do because that brings them the votes, right? I saw once a politician, I think it was in Australia, on one of these shows, that the guy asked him, "What is the most important thing?" It could be it was in the U.S. Maybe it was in the U.S. He says, "What is the most important thing that you're going to do after you get elected?" And he says, start getting start working to get reelected again. And then like his handler's like, no, don't say that. But that is the truth. Once you get elected, you have to work to get reelected, to stay in your seat, and you have to do what the voters want, but also what the people that back you want you to do. So she's in that situation, it seems. But there, for our sake, right now, for the crypto market sakes, for XRP's sake, she is in a minority right now. She is in the old school kind of, oh, crypto is bad kind of seat. And most of younger Democrats have woken up into the fact that crypto could be good, right? But it needs regulation, and we're seeing them shift to the other side. Of course, there's always going to be, because it's politics, there's always going to be someone that's trying to disrupt, and someone that wants something, for example, from the Republicans in order to go over the lines and vote with the Republicans for the Clarity Act. And so this is going to be a very interesting next couple of weeks. The president was talking about July 4th, potentially to get that done. So that means about a month from now. Can they get everything done in the next 4 or 5 weeks? Maybe. It's going to be very interesting to see how all this plays out. I'm still optimistic. You know, I'm an optimistic guy, but anything can happen. I'm ready for the possibility that Clarity Act doesn't pass and what that could mean. But this is a very interesting, next kind of day. Remember, last year June was really good. June, July for the crypto market. So maybe this time around also, right? I know that there's that saying, "Sell in May and go away," but maybe that saying is not relevant for the crypto market and the stock market as well, because the stock market is just going bananas. By the way, if you're interested again in the stock market channel, we're getting more videos. I'm doing 2 a day on crypto, 2 a day on the stock market. So if you're interested, go and subscribe to that channel as well. You can see it doing good, like 2,000 views per video. So we're building a following there as well. So again, if you're interested in more of that kind of content, stock content, again, I'll link to that in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.